Hello everyone, Timer over here with another Star Citizen video. Today we begin a new series of videos where we explore the various ships available in Star Citizen. In these videos we will break down the information on a specific ship, including its cost, both in-game and out, the default stats, components, weapons, and the intended role of the ship before finishing up with my final thoughts. So without further ado, let's dive into the first with the Pisces C8X by Anvil Aerospace. The Pisces C8 Explorer was originally designed as the scout craft of the Anvil's prized Carrack exploration ship. Since then, Anvil has modified the ship to provide fledgling explorers with a ship that's capable of standing on its own without the need of the Carrack. This variant, known as the C8X, is the standalone version of the Pisces, which brings additional firepower over its original design and a unique livery and skin as well. The C8X provides its owners with a versatile ship that's capable of solo short-range exploration, small civilian transport, or as a courier. Stat-wise, the Pisces is a small ship measuring only 12 meters long, 10.3 meters wide, and 3.3 meters high. It boasts a top SCM speed of 140 meters per second without sacrificing its maneuverability, and an afterburner speed of roughly 1,150 meters per second. It brings with it the ability to transport 4 SCUs of cargo, while simultaneously having the ability to securely transport 2 additional passengers. This passenger transportation ability does make it rather unique amongst other ships of its size and class. In terms of components, you'll find a mixture of size 1 civilian and military, including 2 size 1 coolers, 1 size 1 power plant, 1 size 1 shield, and 1 size 1 quantum drive. Although the Pisces does not come with a jump drive, it will have the ability to add one later. And this does make the Pisces something of a rarity amongst other ships of its size and does allow it to function as a standalone vessel in of itself. Offensively speaking, the C8X comes stock with 4 fixed size 1 OmniSky 3 laser autocannons with 1 under each wing and 2 under the nose. In addition, it also comes with 2 size 1 marksman missiles with 1 under each wing as well. Although the weapons are fixed, it's worth noting that you can install the size 1 gimbals on this ship if you have them available, and it does make combat a bit more manageable in my opinion. Defensively speaking, though, with only 1 small shield generator and a boxy design, the ship does not survive as long as some other ships in its category. That being said, CIG have stated that the ship will be more armored than other ships within its size category. However, they also pointed out that the ship was designed for exploration, and my interpretation of this is that the ship may hold up better due to this extra armor in harsher environments, but that it may not necessarily mean while engaged in combat, so just keep that in mind as well. As for maneuverability, the ship handles pretty well, having 4 thrusters on both the top and bottom, 2 on either side, and 2 on the front. Being such a small ship, the rear engines do give it a kick, and the C8X has the ability to accelerate rather quickly. But the front 2 thrusters do not exert enough thrust in the front to stop the ship nearly as quickly as it did accelerating it. So you'll want to keep this in mind as you land or approach structures. To get around this braking issue, I found it easier and more reliable to simply rotate the ship 180 degrees and utilize the rear engines and space brake to quickly come to a stop. In terms of the ship interior, the ship is entered via the rear cargo ramp, as it doesn't come with any side doors or cockpit ladder entrance, and this will be the only entrance that you have. As you walk in, you'll notice that the interior is rather boxy, as we alluded to earlier, and you'll first come to sort of the cargo area where you can store 2 SCUs of cargo on either side of the central walkway of the ship, which once again, you're bringing your total SCUs up to 4. However, it is worth noting that there was question marks as to whether or not this area, the cargo area, would be modular and allowing you to swap out some cargo space for, say, something like a bed. However, in the Q&A, they have stated that that won't be the case. Moving forward, you can see the 2 jump seats where your passengers will secure themselves safely during flight. Beyond these seats, you'll find the component housing, providing both the pilot and or the passengers the ability to quickly access and repair/replace these broken components when damaged. The cockpit provides a good range of visibility, and it provides 6 multifunctional displays, or MFDs, located in the bottom U shape around the pilot seat. Now, these MFDs do not hinder the pilot's visibility at all, in my opinion. One notable thing missing from the interior is a bed, which does limit the range of the ship, but again, as its primary purpose was designed to be a short-range exploration ship, that is to be expected. But that lack of a bed will mean that you will need to return to a port or another spaceship in order to log out, so keep that in mind. In terms of cost, the Pisces C8X is currently available on the Pledge Store for $45 as a standalone ship, or as part of a game package for $60. For those new to Star Citizen, the difference between these two options is that the game package comes with a digital download of the game, which is of course needed to actually play, whereas the standalone option comes with just the ship and is meant for those who have already purchased a game package. Both options will, of course, come with 6 months of in-game insurance for the ship. However, it's also worth mentioning that at the time of this video, the Pisces is not available for upgrading, which means that if you're looking to upgrade from a lower cost ship or package to the Pisces, you will not be able to at the moment, but I do expect this option to be available once again in the future, so that if you do purchase a less expensive starter package or ship, you will be able to use the cross-chassis upgrade process to get yourself to the Pisces. Also, you can purchase either of these packages with store credit if you so chose. So if you do have that, ship that you want to sort of trade in for the C8X, you can melt it, get the store credit for it, and then purchase either the standalone Pisces or the game package option with in-store credit. So keep that in mind as well. It's worth noting, though, that you do not need to spend any more than $45 on Star Citizen to play the game. You can purchase either the Mustang Alpha or the Aurora MR game packages at $45 and be just fine. Furthermore, you can purchase most flyable ships in-game using the game credits, using in-game credits at various locations within the Star Citizen universe. However, at the time of making this video, the Pisces is not yet available for purchase in-game, though eventually all ships will be purchasable with in-game credits, so you really don't need to spend any more additional real-life money beyond that base starter package. So what is the intended role of this ship and how is it sort of related to what we currently have in game? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Pisces C8X was designed as a short-range exploration ship. And that gameplay, the exploration gameplay loop, is currently not yet implemented within the Star Citizen universe. However, you can technically explore various locations in the game. You can, through missions, get points of interest to go to on the planets and in space in general. However, the intended exploration gameplay loop that has been sort of alluded to in the future has not yet been implemented. That being said, the ship is capable of performing a multitude of additional gameplay roles that are currently in game that you can do today, such as mission running around a planetary system as well as around the system in general. Hauling cargo, transporting individuals, so being sort of a mini person transport, and to a lesser extent, combat. With the additional weaponry that the C8X comes with, you can get the ship performing, in combat. It may not be the greatest, and you may blow up quite a bit depending on your opponent, but that option is there. So what are my final thoughts on the Anvil Pisces C8X? Well, I really like the ship, honestly, and it's currently one of my favorites in general, let alone as one of the 3 low-cost starters, with the other 2, of course, being the Mustang Alpha and Aurora MR. Although it does come at a higher price point than either of these 2 ships, it's not that much more, and it does include 4 SCUs of interior cargo space and the ability to transport 3 people safely, make this ship, in my opinion, more versatile than any of the previously mentioned starters. I also find that the addition of the quantum drive and future jump drive on a ship of this size is huge, and in my opinion has made the C8X the premier snub or scout craft for larger ships capable of housing it. However, it's not without its disadvantages, as the combat ability and durability of the ship is questionable / lacking. Having only 1 small shield generator on such a small ship means that the Pisces will most likely go down before the other ships when engaged in combat, especially given that the ship comes with a rather light offensive capability, even, with its 2 additional weapons over its base version. However, what it lacks in combat is more than made up for by sheer versatility, in my opinion. So keep that in mind. So is this ship right for you? Well, like I said, I would argue that, this has become the go-to ship for anyone looking to keep their costs down and to get into the game. And for, trying to get a ship capable of doing a little bit of everything outside of combat. Additionally, if you do have friends that you want to invite along on missions with you, then this ship is probably the best option available, since it currently is the only low-cost starter with the ability to carry 2 additional passengers securely. And I say securely because you could probably fit people into the cab of the Aurora, and I'm sure you can. But, in the future, when sort of, things might be a little bit different in terms of quantum traveling and jumping and so on and so forth, you're going to want those jump seats to securely, keep your passengers safe throughout that. So, that's something to keep in mind. However, if you're really into combat and expect to be focusing more on this in your early game, then you'd probably be better off going with something like the Mustang Alpha, as it provides a bit more potential firepower and maneuverability while still providing the 4 SCUs of cargo, albeit on the exterior a little bit. And I do say potential firepower because the Mustang Alpha currently only comes with 2 size 2 weapons. But it does have the ability to add 2 additional weapons on its wing after the fact. So keep that in mind as well. Another area where I think this ship would be good for a player is those who own larger ships, as it makes for a great day-to-day planetary system runner. And if your larger ship can house the C8X, then it's a must in my opinion. I personally plan to keep one around to serve as my go-to ship for mission running in a planetary system. So there you go. In terms of closing, I believe that does it. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, then please consider hitting that like button. And if you're making your first ship or package purchase, please consider using the referral code located in the description below or in the top right-hand corner of the screen, and you will receive $5,000 extra of in-game currency. As always, if you enjoyed the content, then I strongly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. But otherwise, thank you, and we'll see you next time.